Hey there. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to June 25th, the day that Neptune goes retrograde. I know we've got a lot of retrogrades, Jupiter and Saturn and Pluto, and now, thank God, Mercury's gone direct. But now we got Neptune. All right. So this is a little bit like a journey through the underworld. I talked about that in our past life regression session the other night. And it is a little bit like a journey through the underworld. Definitely with Neptune going retrograde now, it's even more so because Neptune is all about your hopes, your dreams, what you want to achieve. It's a time to sort of reflect, go inward about that. It's also a time to really connect with your guides. It's a time to listen. Okay? And Neptune in retrograde is happening today until December 1st. So the day it starts and the day it ends, those are the most powerful energies of it. So give yourself a chance to reflect on things. All right, and that's important. Yesterday was the full moon in Capricorn, and today the earth sign readings go up. And that was about putting integrity back into your process. It was about, structures and what are you doing in the world. And so when you're reflecting now on your hopes and dreams, the Capricorn full moon is kind of like release the things that don't match up. Okay, what doesn't match up with your hopes and dreams? Time to release the things you're doing in the world that aren't leading you to your hopes and dreams. Woo! All right. Let's see where we go here. Morning message for June 25th. All right. Let's see where we go. Let's see where we go. All right. Yeah. Seriously. Taking shelter. Rejuvenating rain. Clear the past. Heal the present. Vast vistas. Expand your horizons. So there may be, yesterday my message was a little bit about one step back, one step forward. If you feel like you're taking a step back, it's okay. It's part of the process, all right? It's part of the, the whole idea that we have, very linear type of thinking that one step is in front of the other. The steps are not linear. So it's okay to, in other words, if you feel like you're just focusing on a linear path, and then when you take a step sideways, or like Willy Wonka, all I can think of when I think about the spiritual path sometimes is that elevator at the end when Willy Wonka talks about it can go sideways, it can go up and down, but it can also go sideways and backwards and stuff like that. And I'm just like, Willy Wonka in the fine tradition of Leonardo da Vinci, right? Talking about that time is not linear, and also things are not linear. I think Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is a good example about, seeing a different kind of reality. And very much the script, if you listen to the words of that movie, he's challenging a lot of what we think of as reality, or what we just say sometimes, and we're not challenging that at all. Okay. If you have nothing to do this weekend, look at the Gene Wilder. Okay. No offense to Johnny Depp, but look at the Gene Wilder. I'm talking about the Gene Wilder one. Okay. Check that one out. Honestly, I haven't seen the Johnny Depp one because I like the Gene Wilder one so much better. Okay, that's a lot of shuffling. All right, let's see. Let's see where we go here. 9 of Wands. Are you manifesting? All right. How are you manifesting? Lots of the bottom of the deck is really making sense to me these days. Much more than it normally is. Especially in retrograde, right? Because the bottom of the deck is what's going on inside. So what you're preparing to do, what's out here in the reading is more about what's out in the world. All right, what's out in the world. And ironically enough, the High Priestess is sitting here and she's talking about moving away from patterns and towards something that's more meaningful, right? Patterns are unconscious. A wise man, Mel. I invoke your name a lot now, Mel. I don't know if he's passed away as of last December. He was another YouTuber who talked a lot about twin flame. Very, very kind of sarcastic, kind of stoic, kind of, had his very strong opinions about things. And I kind of loved him for it. So if you ever have a chance to go over to Gold Ray Twin Flames, all of their videos are still up there. And I feel like one of the things he talked about is that, twin flames are mirrors. Karmic partners are patterns, stuff that we stumble into unconsciously. And soulmates are like best friends, right? And those differentiations are ways of discerning who's who in our life so that we can attract the energy that we're looking for. If we're looking for a best friend, if we're looking for someone who is like gonna be with us through thick and thin and whatever you think of when you think of best friend, somebody who's honest, somebody who is, in your corner, somebody who is your champion. People, somebody who someone who's going to tell you the truth, right? And when you have people around you who are, kind of either using you or they're doing things on their, that are selfish or whatever, those are karmic partners, okay? Those are partners they are patterns that you keep replicating until you learn it. And then it doesn't mean that it doesn't show up. It just means that you see it, okay? So when you don't see it, right, you're getting this like, I'm holding back and then there's pain in relationship. It's like a spiral down. So when you open up to relationship, at first you're like, yay, right? And there's a little bit, of course I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm like, woohoo. But, not everybody is like that in the beginning of a relationship. But if that openness and that sharing and everything like that gets hurt over time, it becomes like this. Okay, 4 of Pentacles and 3 of Swords, and then there's no talkie. Going inside, right? The Neptune energy of going inside. This is about what do you want to create? Do you want to create more of this pattern? Pro tip, no. Okay, do you want to create more of that pattern? No. Would you like to create this? Ace of Cups and the 9 of Cups? Yeah. Yes, please. Yes, please. So I feel like the work here has to do, look at this, 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords. It's about awakening to the idea of patterns and mirrors and best friends, awakening to this, how people are treating you, how people are reacting to you, how you're reacting in relationship. If it's unconscious, a lot of that is about karmic partners, patterns, right? It's just stuff you do. It's like driving to the supermarket. After a while, you don't really have to think about use your blinker. You don't really have to think about that. You don't have to think about where it is and how do I get there. It's kind of just like you're thinking about other things as you're doing it. So yeah, you're not in the moment when you're doing that, but at the same time, it's a pattern. You just know, right? So same thing when someone's magnetically attracted to you and you're like, is this a soulmate? Is this a twin flame? Is this a karmic partner? It's sort of like, okay, is the pattern unconscious? So become conscious about your patterns so you can see them. All right, twin flames as mirrors, right? They're holding up a mirror to you, to who you are. And that can be super uncomfortable. So like what happens with that? And then best friends, it's more of a comfortable feeling. It's more of it's not a lot of work, right? Best friends just are. If it's a lot of work, it's not a soulmate, all right? It's not that true soulmate of best friends. It can be a karmic partner, right? In the broadest sense of the word, we talk about everybody in those 3 as soulmates. But I want to shift that idea for you a little bit today and talk about them as, souls that are magnetized to you, right? Because you have a soul family, and the stronger the pull, the more the lesson. Okay, the stronger the pull, the more you're being asked to overcome patterns. The stronger the pull with twin flame, the more you're asked to look at yourself. Okay, the stronger the pull with best friends, that feels like home, right? Doesn't it feel awesome? So which do you want to create in your life? And I feel like what's going on underneath is this, my friend, is patterns. 9 of Wands. It's clinging to old shit because it's like, this is what I've always done, so this is what must happen. But have you gotten what you want? I don't really think so. So patterns show you, it's like, thank you very much for this pattern, for this person who's showing me that this is a pattern, because I'm going to work on it. I'm going to manifest that which I want to create, which is more of a best friend or more of a twin flame. Which is it that you'd like to create? Okay. And it's all in your communication and your storytelling. What are you telling yourself? Oh, I can't overcome these patterns. Narcissists are drawn to me like flies. Yeah, you know why? Because you're entertaining that pattern. You keep entertaining that pattern. If you're like, nope, not doing that, then they bounce off you a little bit. Are they still attracted? Yeah, because that was a pattern. And they bounce off. Okay? Or you swat them away with your badminton thing, this badminton, whatever it is. What's a badminton thing? All I can think of is shuttlecock, and I know that's not it. That's the little thing you hit. Okay, so I do like badminton. So I'm going to clarify here a couple of things. I feel like you're going fast toward Ace of Cups, 9 of Cups. Good for you. Okay, I feel like this awareness, sometimes all it takes is someone to point it out. If I'm doing that, then I want to say to you, I'm super happy to be the one pointing it out, okay? So, Knight of Swords. Let me clarify the Knight of Swords here. 3 of Pentacles. Woohoo! 3 of Pentacles, Hanged Man, 8 of Cups. This is the work. The work is to release the pattern and get on your horse, okay? Because you have places to go. It's about releasing and letting go, Capricorn full moon, of any kind of unwanted pattern that was unsatisfying, right? The 8 of Cups, like behind her, not that awful. Notice she's going down into Hades. So there's going to be some twin flame challenges here, likely some karmic partner challenges. You might be walking away from a soulmate who's not, but also not on the path. Not what I'm looking to create. If I'm wanting to create twin flame, that's why I think the twin flame and the karmic partner gets so intertwined, because we don't view the soulmate, the best friend, necessarily as zhuzh enough, as magnetic enough. We're not giving enough weight or enough gratitude for the happiness that creates, in my view, anyway. That's just my opinion. And so we're wanting soul-driven, okay, that's what we're here to do, soul-driven toward mirrors and karmic partners and those patterns. We're driven to heal. We're driven to see ourselves and heal, right? That's the thing. So some of you may have walked away from a best friend, soulmate, because it's not zhuzh enough, and you may be now appreciating, you know, at one point you may have done that. You may now be appreciating that a lot more. Okay? So, some of you, 2 of Pentacles, the work is to pay attention to the patterns and the mirrors, and you might not have been doing that, but now you might be doing that. So you can navigate the twin flame journey more effectively. You can navigate the karmic or Plutonian partners more effectively. 3 of Cups. So this is, I feel like this is coming in Leo time. I feel like the watery energy of right now, and then this opposite energy of the Capricorn full moon, is really this mother-father energy of what's nurturing me versus what is teaching me or what is good for me, and kind of like a way of doing the work, okay? Clarify this 3 of Swords for me. You want death. Of course it is. Wow. Okay. Thank God. All right. I just want to say it. I don't know that, barring the devil energy here, which is something we do to ourselves, right? Devil energy is about, you can walk away anytime you want, but we put ourselves there. Is there a more feared trio than this? Okay. So the the Three of Swords, we got the Three of Cups here. This is like vanquishing. I'm scared of change. I can't really see things. And wow, this is like forced change. Okay. So those are things that could have been part of your patterns in the past that you didn't see it coming, or that you weren't tuned in enough to your intuition when someone shows up to know if they're patterns or if they're mirrors or if they're best friends. Sometimes it's really hard to see that. So this is about blasting through Capricorn full moon. That's nice. Blasting through this delusion. Okay. And now you're on your way to healing. Woo. I love this. Six of Swords and Star. On your way to healing, my friend. I really like that. I really like that. Okay. So this is going to be happening over the course of the next month. There's your timing. This is going to be happening over the course of the next month, that you're moving away from an unconscious way of looking at relationships. And like Capricorn probably gives you some organizational skills about how to look at certain relationships. And so, yes, it's kind of linear, but whatever works, right? At this point in time, we're really learning. We're kind of taking baby steps. You go in this bucket, you go in this bucket, you go in this bucket. Mirrors and patterns and best friends, okay? I definitely want to credit Mel with that organizational structure because he was very good at, really talking about twin flames, but those kind of structures, he was able to help me think about how we look at relationships and, how that might work. I'm sure other people talk about it that way too. I'm just saying, like, for me, Mel was the originator of that kind of concept. It's really coming through pretty loud in this. I feel like Mel is now a guide for me because he really shows up a lot in the readings. So if you have a chance to look at his channel, please do. Okay. All right. So if you want to continue on with me, the link is below if you're not part of our Pathfinder group. If you're a part of our Pathfinder group, let's keep going. The rest of the reading starts right now.